Bell rolls is the reporter thrown into the secretive world of the Forex Super Model, where nothing is as it seems. Beware the techno monk, and steer clear of Professor Code and his two assistants. Give the senior trader a wide berth, and don't expect any sense from the risk manager.
Good morning, I'm Professor Code and this is the Forex Super Model daily briefing for Tuesday the 24th of the 8th, 2021. Time is 0440, 20 to 5 in the morning GMT. Asian session coming to a close. European session firing up, our lunchtime. North American session. Right, yesterday, Monday the 23rd then, we had a positive opposed driver in the pound at plus 214. Front and backdoor flows mainly coming out of the dollar at minus 146, out of the yen at minus 144, and the euro was the positive rock at plus 76. Activity plus or minus 290. Intra-week then, this is from Monday the 23rd open to about 15 minutes ago. We've got a positive opposed driver in the pound again at plus 212. Front and back door flows mainly coming out the yen at minus 140, out the dollar at minus 128, and the euro was the positive rock at plus 56. Activity plus or minus 268. Right, so over the week then we've had pound strength driving, yen weakness, and yesterday we had pound strength driving and dollar weakness and bit of yen weakness as well, obviously. Right, so intraday then, this is the Asian session to about 15 minutes ago. We've got a negative unopposed driver in the euro at minus 21. No backdoor flows, the opposing positive flows mainly going into the dollar and the pound in equal amounts. We've got joint mover and secondary driver here, plus 9, and the yen was the positive rock at plus 3, activity plus or minus 21. Right, we're going to stop that there and then write up the flows. Right, we're back, we've written up the flows then. So euro is weak except against the Swiss franc, the yen is weak except against the euro and the Swiss franc, the pound is strong except against the dollar, the AUD and the NZD. The Swiss franc is weak across the board in the Asian session. The CAD is strong except against the pound, the AUD and the NZD. The AUD is strong across the board. NZD is strong except against the AUD, and the dollar is strong except against the CAD, the AUD and the NZD. So what have we got? We've got Swiss weakness across the board, and we've got AUD strength, sort of with risk on tone still, but a bit of a mixed picture. What's going to knock it about, or has knocked it about? Well, we've had NZD retail sales overnight, which came in neutral. Today we've got Tier 2 German GDP, Tier 2 new home sales in the US, and we've got the NZD trade balance is also a Tier 2 event. So we've got Tier 2 events dominating today. Relatively light data, admittedly. Tomorrow, Wednesday, the 25th, we've got US durable goods, which is a bigger event really normally. So right, we'll stop it there and we'll write up the asset classes. Right, welcome back. We've written up the asset classes. Right, the US dollar index then, so it had this break up, double bottom effectively there, just a resistance, break up further, and now it's back at this point, which is 0.18 from the high. So the dollar's strong, but it's come off nearly 20% from its modelled high. Gold should like that in theory, and it has to a certain extent. It's come up to half marks, 0.5 from the model floor or ceiling. Oil's been very soft after a good strong move up, and it's now 0.33 from the floor, so it's a third above the floor. Wall Street basically been making new highs and then sold off a bit. It's coming back, it's 0.14 from the high. S&P likewise, but it stayed above the recent high. And it's at a new high. Tech likewise, so you've got tech and S&P at new highs, and Wall Street sub. Right, US 10-year, this is the price of the bond then, so you've had the price of the bond chunking up, yields coming off, then the price coming down, and now we've had this bouncing price, yields are a little bit softer, and now they're just coming off a little bit. And it's 0.33 from the high, so a third off the modelled low of the yields, or the high of the price. Bund, similar situation, but weaker in terms of yields. You've got stronger in price. It's 0.11 from the high, 11% from the high, and therefore yields are relatively weaker than US in Europe. Right, copper had that big chop period, big bounce, big drop again. It's now 0.45 from the floor, so it's below half marks. It's still soft, but it's come back a bit. US steel, infrastructure, bounce, new high, and it's come off. It's 0.33 from the high, so it's come off a third roughly. Right, so let's get rid of this and try and do the final analysis then. So we've basically got the Asian flows, we've got the weekly flows, we've got the intraday, and yesterday's flows, and we've got the asset classes, and we've got what's coming in the economic calendar. So in theory we should be reasonably well placed. So we've got the dollar, euro, the yen, and the pound. As I say, we've got a lot of tier 2 events. We've got German GDP, so that's and also interestingly in the Asian session, the euro is the negative unopposed driver, which is usually one of two things. It's usually either the start of a further reduction in euro strength, or a floor in the euro. Now we've got this Jackson Hole summit, which is basically revolving around, will the taper be postponed, or the perceived date of the taper anyway. So you've got this situation, and you've got equities pumping away at near highs, and the actual sort of commodity currencies are basically strong. So we've got and the Swiss franc is weak across the board, and the AUD is strong across the board. So it looks like we're going to have sort of equities are going to carry on being strong. So that should lead to drop in the yen should be soft. Remember recently we've had yen dollar on the negative, so on the positive. Let's get this round the right way. We've had where is it? Yen dollar on the positive. That's recently, and euro pound on the negative. And then we said there was going to be this reversal of flows. So you're ending up, and yesterday we ended up with the euro and the pound on the positive, and the yen and the dollar on the negative. It's likely these flows have been going on quite strong for quite some time. So you're likely to see yen negative, dollar negative, euro positive, pound positive, but, and it's a big but, you've got this issue with the taper and the dollar, and we're now starting to see the euro being used as the rollover for the Asian session. So it's arguable that you could see a bounce in the dollar. So despite what we've just said, it's quite arguable that you could see dollar strength today, and the picture is mixed. You've got this equity situation, and commodities, all the rest of it. But this is unclear. But our bet is we wouldn't be surprised to see a pump up in the dollar, particularly if you get soft German GDP. So that's where we are. So watch out for a reversal in the reverse flows, if you like. So instead of getting euro and pound strength, you could get a reversal in that temporarily. So it's going to be noise and data driven. So watch out for for a bounce in the dollar today. So I hope that was useful. See you again tomorrow for the daily briefing. Thank you.